Defeat for Manchester City at Everton in midweek. Afterwards, Roberto Mancini, the manager, came out and said it was his fault for underestimating Everton. What did you make of that, Robbie? Was that just a case of the manager defending his players or trying to defend his players?
I think so. I think if you look at Manchester City's form lately, I don't think it's been great. You know, I know the top of the league, and I think he's just looking after his players, as good managers should do. To be fair, you know, take a lot of the pressure off the players. But the form lately, as I said, has not been great. You know, they've lost. I think they've won 3 out of 9 games, something like that, you know.
Well, they've lost 3 of the last 9, that's for sure. People were talking about them going through the whole season unbeaten, you know, at one stage. Merson, is it fair to say that they're flat at the moment? People used to say, you know, at other teams, I remember, you know, the finger was pointed at Liverpool, wasn't it, and say, you know, a 2-man team, Steven Gerrard and Torres when he was there. Are they looking like a 1-man team at the moment? Does it depend on David Silva?
Well, it does. They do miss Torre. There's no question about that. His energy from midfield. They're very easy to play against at the moment. I just feel teams sit back and they can't really hurt anybody. They're very slow. It's a bit pedestrian. And what, good word, no? Pedestrian, I said.
That was good. You nailed that.
Thank you. So, yeah, I think they're easy to play against at the moment, Jeff, and I think Silva looks tired. I think if they can get this game out of the way today, win this game and give him 3 or 4 days rest, I mean, he just looks shattered. And this is how hard this league is. You know, it's not like Spain where they play once a week. It's bang, 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 game after game, and all of a sudden the pressure's on. It's easy to play. Now, it's a completely different kettle of fish now. From now on to the end of the season, every game is massive.
He's been disappointing, Zeko.
Yeah.
He's started the season on fire, then he scored lots of goals, but he's won in 9 games.
Back over again, hasn't he?
I just coming back to the Mancini thing, Jeff. If you remember last year when Liverpool gave them a hiding at Anfield, he came out and said exactly the same thing. Is that underestimated the size of the game, didn't prepare me players in the right manner. So you've had one awakening. Surely that shouldn't happen again. We spoke about it the other night. No matter Everton, for whatever state, whether they're near the bottom, middle, at the top, whatever, it's always a tough place to go. Everybody knows it. If he doesn't know it, surely Brian Kidd and David Platt, they know it. Because you're a team.
So do you believe him?
You're a team. That it was his
So you
fault.
underestimated them?
No, yes. I don't know.
I think they did. I think it should have been a draw. I think they've done all right. But he shouldn't come out.
Do you think the manager underestimated or the players?
The manager, no, because he was saying that he didn't prepare them right, if I think I'm not right in saying he didn't prepare them right.
You've got to go into every game wanting to win every game.
Absolutely.
So you've got to prepare for every game the same.
Absolutely. And so you shouldn't. And him coming out and saying it was his fault. If you want to do that, Jeff, do it to your players or in your staff room and keep it just to your staff. The players will feed off that. You got it wrong, so it's nothing to do with
Recently, we've had David Platt come and speak to the media and tell us what a perfectionist that Mancini is.
Oh, fair point.
And I go back to 3-4 weeks ago. I think he's fell back into this uncertainty or insecurity with his team. And we start talking about Dzeko scoring goals for fun and start of the season. It was because it was a progressive, adventurous attacking system. Dzeko up front, Aguero, Silva and Nasri, who's not hit the heights also, but it was a progressive and a very attack-minded with the discipline of Yaya Toure. Now he's got Barry and Milner in there. It's like he's insecure. I don't really trust this team. Nasri's playing it too slow and we're not getting enough direction from him. Silva's tired, he's a bit fatigued. And if you're a team, you want to swamp round about him. Aguero's not looked the same. The sharpness is kind of missing a little bit because he's pushed them more up front. So, you know, that's when top managers, when they handle the pressure, this guy's a winner in Italy, but it's different winning it in this country, to be able to say, I'm totally committed to attacking football because that's what I bought. I bought good attacking players. It's as if he's not sure anymore.
I think the pressure's got to him. I do. I think that statement the other day was real pressure. I think when you're under pressure, you do silly things, you say silly things. I think that he's under pressure. We see it with Wenger the other week when he took off Chamberlain. It's pressure. It's pressure. You'll get used to it, don't
you actually start to understand that.
The lads move. But it becomes pressure and you do silly things. He would have definitely gone home that night and sat in bed and thought, what did I say that for? Why did I say that?
So when you talk about pressure, you know, I mean, it's been made pretty clear, hasn't it, over the last week or two, that Jose Mourinho wants to leave Real Madrid. He wants to come back to England. Andrew Villas-Boas has said this week, he said, we're all under pressure from him. But of all of them, Tomo, is Mancini under the most pressure if he doesn't win the Premier League?
No, I think if he gets Champions League football, which he's finishing, obviously. Listen, hold on a minute. He's going to get that. So, because they will finish first. I still think they'll win the title. I think he's done a good job. Yes, he's had.
I'm not asking what you think.
No.
I'm asking what the owners are going to think. What the owners are going to think.
Well, ask them then.
Don't they expect?
Don't ask me. Ask them.
Don't the owners expect him to deliver the title? And if they don't, and Mourinho's available, isn't he under threat?
I've said to you, it's a project what they are trying to do, and whether they need to get near that title this year, either win it or get very, very near.
They have to win it.
If they don't, next year he has to do, because it's building up to doing that. I think that the guy's done it. Yes, he's made mistakes, but some of the mistakes, let us discuss them. Don't tell everybody that you've made them and whatever. Do that in your own boot room and everything and what goes on. But I think he's a very, very good manager. He's had difficult situations to deal with Tevez, with Balotelli and everything, and one or two others who are not being happy. We're talking about Johnson. So I think he's doing all right. Yes, he needs to deliver.
I think your answer was what should have been answered last year. I think they were due to be close last year, not win it, and I think they should.
Well, they got Champions League football last year. It's a progression.
Yeah, but he wanted to be close.
If they don't win it this year,
they probably weren't expecting to win it last year. But I think this year,
they got Champions League football last year. It's not a progression if they only get Champions League football again this year, is it?
If they don't win it, they won't win it. If they don't win it this year, then if Tevez was playing, see, that's the problem as well. If Tevez was playing, the league would have been won already. It would have been over. Man United won't get any worse. Chelsea won't be nowhere near as bad next season. Arsenal won't. Liverpool will only get better as well. I mean, if they don't win it this year, I don't see them ever winning it. I really don't. And if Tevez was playing, they would have won it already.
Signed David Pizarro from Roma and made 7 appearances.
He's older than me
this season.
How old? He's 32.
32. Yeah,
but year younger.
Yeah, he had 4 seasons at Roma where he was the player who made them tick.
We had that with the lad who went to Liverpool. What's his name?
Aquilini.
Aquilani, you had that with Liverpool. He was running the show where he was. He come over to Liverpool. He looked like a fish up a tree. He looked like a fish. The problem is, Jeff, it's different. You go over to Italy, you can play midfield. You get the ball, no one tackles you. You spray it here, spray it there. You come to the Premiership, you get on the ball and bang, someone tackles you, and that's the problem. I just don't see it.
That was a weird one for me.
I don't see it.
Because Tourie's coming back, in a couple of weeks' time. He's got plenty of choice, not as if he's limited for choices.
What it is, he's safe, isn't it?
I've seen Pizarro a lot in the Champions League, and he's no standout player for me.
Okay.